Hi, I'm Bob Ethington.
And I'm Nick Nicholas.
And this is From Akron and Beyond. Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hello there, Nick.
Hey, Bob.
How are you?
Perfect today.
Well, good. Well, we have a guest with us today that we've been wanting to have on the show for quite some time, and we finally were able to work it all out.
Rope her in, get her in here.
Schedule-wise or what have you. And Nick, since you have a personal connection, I think you should introduce our guest.
My cousin.
Okay.
No, Johnna Economou. And besides, being a close relative and a great person, she's also has a great story to tell. She's the proprietor of the Pearl Coffee Company.
Oh, okay. Very famous.
Yeah, famous. I mean, it's an Akron institution.
Been around for over 100 years.
How many years?
It's 106 years. And
106 years?
Yeah, and
wow.
It's just an honor to be here with two famous artists here. So this is great, and I'm an artist in coffee. So
Well, yes, indeed you are.
You know what's funny is you're like the third or fourth person of Greek descent with here, and Bob was kidding around. We should change the name from Athens and beyond.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick's turning this into the Greek hour. It's fine by me. I've been meeting a lot of great people. So obviously you were not at Pearl Coffee when it started.
No, I mean it's a great story.
Yeah.
It started with my grandfather, Nicholas, and his three brothers who came from Greece. But before they came to America, they went to Cairo, Egypt.
Oh, really?
Roughly, when would this be?
In the 1900s.
Okay. Like early 1900s.
They went
Early
to
1900s.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Wow.
In Cairo, Egypt. And that's where they worked for an English coffee company and learned all the different roasting techniques.
Okay, wow.
World War I broke out. Coffee became very scarce, and they've been wanting to come to America, and gave them the opportunity.
Okay.
And so they saved their money. They came to America, worked a lot of odd jobs, and then started the company May 22nd, 1919.
Wow. Not the same build, but the same area? Were they always downtown?
Same area. It was on West Bowery.
Okay.
And now, where are you now?
Right on 675 South Broadway. They had the building built in 1952.
Oh, wow.
And then back then, it was the state-of-the-art roasting facility. And that's when it all began.
So you roast your own coffee?
We would do all the roasting, flavoring, packaging, everything. And we have single origins. We have flavored coffees. We're famous for our Diana restaurant blend. And today I brought you, gentlemen, the Bali Blue Moon.
Oh, it's out of this world. Great.
I was going to, if you notice that I've been relatively quiet, it's because I keep drinking this coffee.
Yeah.
So just keep talking, both of you. It's delicious.
Yeah. Now, we're excited about, this coffee, but a lot of people, they've seen your, the Diana brand and some of your other types of coffee in various local stores, but can they come in and buy that themselves directly from you, the roaster?
Oh, absolutely. We've been open since the 1980s, and a lot of people don't realize that. Or a lot of people have not heard about us because we mostly serve to restaurants, institutions.
Oh, okay.
We do private labeling for other distributors.
Oh, really?
So we're no more in the kitchens.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. We would love to see our customers come down, and we always have a pot brewing. Because when you describe the coffee, it's better to have it there and they could taste test it.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
And people always worry about or bitch about parking in downtown Akron, but you have a nice parking lot, but it's so easy just to pull in front of the building. There's always space in front. Just pull it to the curb and go in.
Oh, absolutely. And we're just a little bit south of downtown Akron. So you could get it right off the expressway. You could pull right up front, or we have our parking lot right after our building.
Yeah.
I heard something a couple weeks ago that I didn't know. When your grandfather and his brothers got into business, they were more or less, they did everything. They were even like a food distributor.
A long time ago, yes. To compete, we also had a grocery line. So we had the olives, everything, tomato sauce. And then in 1985, we went back to our niche, was just strictly coffee because it became so competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the smartest thing they did that. They went back to what they knew.
These stories are always fascinating to me because obviously there was a certain amount of courage that was required for these ancestors to,
absolutely,
make this trip here, and with probably very little. I'm imagining.
The language is a hindrance.
Okay,
I mean, they had to learn.
Yeah,
The English language.
Yeah, coming from Greece to Egypt to Akron.
Yeah. So many challenges.
Yeah.
And a lot of sacrifices, too.
Yeah, a lot of sacrifices.
Right.
Were any of them married when they came here?
No, I think there was a rule. The oldest or the eldest had to be married, and then the next one and the next one. So,
were there any girls in the family? Because that was thrown into the mix, too. The girls had to get married first, right?
I think so. Is that how it goes? I don't remember.
Yeah.
There were girls in the family, but I think they stayed in Greece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
Well, yes, what I was going to say, Nick, was that a lot of times families would be not split up permanently, but for a while, right? I mean, it was like everyone couldn't come over.
Exactly.
So there might be a couple of brothers and the rest were, stayed at home until they could make enough money or
to bring them over, and they had to wait their turn for their number to come up. And
well, that's what happened. My father, your uncle, great uncle, your grandmother, she came here first, and then he was able to come, and he actually stayed with her.
Oh, no kidding. Yes, I remember this.
On 4th Avenue there in East Akron. Yeah.
So
how did you end up in Akron?
The jobs were here.
I mean, when they first arrived, they would have probably arrived in New York.
Absolutely.
Ellis
I have
Island?
no clue because, it'd be great. Why didn't you stay in New York? Why Akron, Ohio? But back then it was booming.
Probably there were probably another dozen Greek coffee or ethnic coffee companies in New York, but in Akron, who would have
Exactly.
thought?
And like Johnna says, there are, Akron was a booming place there.
It was.
In town, yeah. So that would have been, an attraction right there. All the growing business with the, rubber companies and everything.
And then in East Akron, there were the one, at least one, maybe probably more Greek coffee houses.
I think there were tremendous amount of Greek coffee houses.
Yeah, they call them cafeneos.
Yes.
The cafeneo. I'm going to go to the coffee shop and hang out.
Oh, okay.
And drink. More than, I guess prohibition, but they still could drink.
So it was like coffee in quotation marks, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's move a little more recent in history now, without getting too into detail, more than you wish to. But you were born in this area then?
Yes, I was born in Akron, Ohio, and I've been here my whole life.
Okay, did you go to school then, obviously, here?
Yes, I went to Firestone and then University of Akron.
Okay, all right. And we kind of touched on this before we got on air, but just from a rough idea of how old you are and stuff, it was evident that you were into some of the cool music that was going on around here.
And because of my cousin Nikki.
Okay. Him?
Yes, him,
okay.
right there.
What was the name of that band?
The Bizarros. And so when
Ding! There's our mention.
And I was telling him, I just remember that Sunday when the paper came out and they debuted their album, and we thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then I started getting into the punk alternative music.
Yeah.
And college, I followed the bands.
And what were some of those bands?
The Difficult, the Twist-Offs, Joy Circuit. Those were the local bands I would follow.
Yeah.
Bob, you ever heard of Joy Circuit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the first time for me.
Yeah. As again, we were kind of talking about this off air before we started the show, but I didn't. At that point, I wasn't really going out that much.
Me
I had
neither.
a young family, and I just wasn't doing it. But I knew of those bands because they had a good reputations, all of them. And then later, I got to hear them all. And of course, the Twist-Offs still are kind of an ongoing thing, on and off, right? I mean, it's like it seems like every time I think they're gone, they're back, with another show, anniversary show or something.
We got to play with them once, as well as the Difficult.
Yeah,
I bet that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and there was even a band called the Java Bean.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Sponsored by
They
Pearl.
had T-shirts. I had them sign my T-shirt, but that was a while ago.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
They could have been like the official band, right?
For Pearl Coffee.
Want to know who they are? They're the Difficult. Come on, guys.
So was it always kind of like, did you always figure you were going to be in the business, or is this something that you kind of like thought I'm not doing that, and then you kind of...
No, I thought I was going to be in Manhattan be a shoe buyer for Saks Fifth Avenue, because I love shoes. But
Great.
When I graduated from college, my dad said, just work part-time. And I did, and I loved it, and he started me full-time. But the funny story is, I walked in the office, I thought, okay, this is where I'm going to start. He said, nope, keep on going to the back. And that's where I had to start, to learn all the machines, the equipment, the whole process. Then you can describe it to everyone, because it is a process with the roasting, the packaging, the flavoring, everything. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot of detail to it.
Yeah. Is there an ebb and flow to the coffee business? It seems like sometimes coffee almost becomes like very... no pun intended, hot, right? Like it's really like people are looking for specialty type coffees and stuff, gourmet type coffees. And then that kind of fades away a little bit, and then it comes back. I mean, is that something that is part of that business, or are you guys pretty steady just because of your reputation?
I think when Starbucks came out, and they were great with their marketing, they brought out the specialty coffee, which was great. They started educating the people. And that helped us, because one thing about Pearl Coffee Company, we use 100% Arabica beans, and we cup everything. After each roast, we make sure the color is the same. I buy from a broker who buys from the small farms. So I know what the acidity is, the sweetness, the body, the cupping notes, and we just pride ourselves on picking out the best beans. And so the consumers are becoming very smart, and they're appreciating a good cup of coffee, which Pearl Coffee has.
Yes.
Wow.
That's very true, I think. And how lucky we are to have such a fine coffee brewer here in our...
With a history.
Yes, with that history. I mean, we're very fortunate. Yeah, for sure.
And it was amazing, too. They made it through the Depression.
Oh, yeah.
The 80s. I mean, my father, John, which we used to call the head bean, because he was the best. He could do a blend out of like a couple little beans. And he would say downtown Akron had like over 200 restaurants.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
how busy
In
it
those
was.
days?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the rubber companies closed.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then everything was wiped out. And then you just had to kind of reinvent yourself.
Yeah, what your company, the people working there, have seen in this 100 years has been immense change.
Oh, yes.
And it's really credit to you that you've managed to stay in business through all that, because there has to have been ups and downs. I mean, it is like, as you were alluding to, you see online, there'll be different history websites and things, and they'll put photos up. This happens a lot at holiday time. So back around Christmas, there'd be pictures of downtown Akron in 1961 or something. And you see it, and it's like, it's a thriving,
it was very thriving.
Big time.
It was.
Like just all these department stores and little shops and cars and people. And, man, it hasn't been that way in a long time.
And you would get dressed up before you go downtown to the tea.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. The tea room at the O'Neill's, right?
Yes, and then or you get that little chicken basket or basket of chicken or something to that effect.
I just thought of something. People so many people have moved away from here, and they crave different things that have to do with Akron. I mean, if somebody wanted to send a gift of your coffee, I mean, do you provide? Could you ship?
Oh, absolutely. We ship a lot. We have a lot of snowbirds, so we
That's
ship a lot to Florida, and
Yeah.
we ship by postal or UPS or FedEx, whatever they would like us to do.
Great.
And going back to the vintage, we sometimes show vintage pictures of Pearl Coffee Company on our Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So you definitely want to follow us on that.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have your Facebook and Instagram page.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So this is From Akron and Beyond. I'm Bob Ethington with Nick Nicholas. Tell us about our guest.
Yeah, Johnna Economou, proprietress of Pearl Coffee Company, an Akron institution.
And we're learning about the history of that.
Yeah.
And, of course, what's, the present day of all that.
Yeah.
What I guess I probably kind of know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask anyway. What do you think are the biggest challenges you guys have now? I mean,
it was the last couple of years of rising prices of coffee, and that it was. You look at the C market, and
The what market?
the C market, which is the coffee market.
Oh, okay.
And Brazil is a barometer. So if there's problems in Brazil due to weather, transportation, they don't have food grade containers to bring the coffee over. The prices skyrocket, and that's all due with speculation. So we really don't know what's going on down there.
right.
But that just drove up the costs the last 2 years, and it's been the highest for at least like 13 years. I've never seen anything like that. So that would be a lot of challenge trying to adjust your prices and still give you the best quality. I would never cheapen our beans. I would not buy a cheap bean.
Right.
We still stay what my grandfather started with top quality beans.
Yeah, I mean, that's important for a place like Pearl Coffee that has a reputation for being so
Quality.
the best quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to pay for that.
You
right?
do, yeah. And then you try to forward it to your customers, and it's hard. We also had to deal with the tariffs, but that didn't start till August, and it ended in November. But a lot of my competitor coffee friends started raising their prices way before, and I just kept in line until we actually got hit with the tariffs. So I try to, look out for my customers who have supported us through all these years. And
Yeah.
What's really cool too, besides some of the larger stores chain stores maybe that have your product, what's really cool is a lot of the mom and pop smaller businesses sell your blends.
a lot of the restaurants, yes.
Yeah.
And we do custom blending too. Harvey Gold has his own
that's
special
the one.
blend. Yeah.
Got to tell that story, but he's getting it from you, but he doesn't know the secret ingredients.
No, we won't tell him because then we're in fear that he might go somewhere else. But no, we have a special blend. He has a name, and I don't want to say it because I might butcher it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we do a lot of special blending.
Also, somebody could come in basically and describe what they want and maybe
what they're looking for, and we will find a coffee that would fit their needs.
Beautiful.
Of course, Harvey has his own.
Yeah, he does. It's awesome too. But he does. He asked about the recipe, and I'm like, we're not telling you.
Yeah, right. No, that's good. Yeah.
There we go. The gold blend.
Yeah, right.
No, he has.
No, I'm just kidding.
I cannot,
No.
it's hard for
Name
me
is
to
secret.
pronounce
Name
it.
is
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that's what if he knew the formula, that's what he'd package it under.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Gee, Harvey, didn't know you're so good with coffee. You thief.
He has a very unique taste.
That's
but
neat.
very good.
Okay, well, that's also sounds like Harvey, too. Unique but good. How do we get talking about Harvey?
I know. A special
We're
blend.
thinking about music. That's probably
That's
why.
it.
That's
That's it.
Tin Huey.
Yes.
Do you have special blends for a lot of people?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, we
How
have.
about Nick?
No, he likes our Diana coffee. That's
Yeah.
what we're famous for.
Yeah, we started out with my wife loved the dark roast of I don't know where that came from, but now the last couple of years just Diana.
And it's a special blend of high-grown, central, mild coffees. So you're looking at me, and it's a blend of Brazils, Guatemalans, Colombians. I won't tell you the whole secret, but it's really full-bodied.
Yeah.
It's our lightest roast. And my grandfather and his brothers used the Roman name Diana. She's the Greek goddess of the hunt.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So every morning before she would tend to the animals, she would drink a black nectar.
Okay.
So they didn't want to use Artemis because Americans can relate. They used the Roman name Diana. But that's what we are famous for.
Yes.
The Pearl Coffee Company,
Yeah.
home of Diana Coffee.
There you go. What do you see as the future for Pearl Coffee? Like, do you see it just maintaining the same kind of quality service that you've been doing
Always
over these years?
maintaining the same quality. Absolutely.
And I mean, I guess with the economy is so
crazy.
crazy
It's
now
hard,
and
yeah,
up and
it's
down,
very
you can't
hard.
really plan. You guys have never tried to expand or anything, or have you?
No. We maybe, hopefully, this year, maybe have a website. but everyone can call down and we could ship everywhere.
I think there's a charm to that.
Yeah.
We're old-fashioned.
Old school.
I mean, even you walk in, it's from the 50s.
Yeah, well, I've been
Everything.
there, and yes, it is. You do feel like you're stepping back in time in a very nice way. It's very comfy and pleasant there. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And plus, it smells good.
We try to be pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess I'm asking that because a lot of local businesses that have had some success, not as long as you guys have, but I'm just thinking, I won't even name names, but there's a couple of breweries, for instance.
Yes.
And it seems like they expand and then they go out of business 6 months
That's
later.
because people's tastes change, and has to do with less alcohol consumption and
Well, there's a whole lot of things.
But coffee is still there.
Sure.
In fact, there was this article that came out a couple of weeks ago about how coffee, a lot of coffee drinkers in one study have less Alzheimer's risk.
There's a lot of benefits to coffee, absolutely. And
And that's
before
just
it was
a
bad, but now it's good.
Yeah.
Nick, you might want to consider upping your coffee intake.
But speaking of breweries, when we hit our 100th year, Fred did a special blend for us.
Oh,
it was
did he?
called the Head Bean brew, and he used a Pilsner with my dad's famous coffee, the Scandinavian Morning Blend, as a tribute to him. And that beer was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I remember a few years ago when Hop and Frog first opened, the big deal was talking to you. They for their darker beers or porters, they would use your coffee.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And there was also one in the Valley that went out of business a couple of years ago, and they had your stuff.
Arche, yes,
Yeah.
that was a great customer too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the places I was thinking about that expanded.
Arche, yeah.
And then they, went down the tubes not long afterwards, unfortunately. But, I would think that with the economy so crazy these days, it's got to be
It's tough for anybody that's an independent.
independent business, exactly, or any business.
That's why we should support our small
Yeah.
local
Absolutely.
companies.
Yes, right. Well, yeah, I mean, sounds corny, but Pearl Coffee is a gem of Akron. I mean, you really are.
Yeah,
with your
besides
history and the quality of your product.
We try to support the locals here. Besides Pearl today, we've had Hop and Frog here as a guest.
Yes.
We had the Bomb Shelter.
Yes.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
All places that could only exist in Akron.
Yeah.
Have you been back to Greece?
It was when I was in 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was cool because I had my parents take me to the Acropolis every single day.
Oh, great.
It was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, the Parthenon, how did they build that
Sure.
so many years ago? Or more than so many, but it was just incredible. Was it aliens? How did they do it?
Yeah, we were just there 2 years ago, and your sister was there this year.
Yes, in
Yeah,
September.
yeah.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
So she had a great time. I don't think she wanted to come back.
Depends on when she was there with the weather, for one thing.
No, she got lucky.
Yeah.
And then she went, I believe she went to see me.
Yeah, she went where our parents or our ancestors are
On my
from.
mom's side, yes.
Yeah. Where is your dad's side from?
Nassau. So north of Athens.
Oh, okay.
I'm so white bread wasp. I'm just always amazed when I hear Nick talk about the family backgrounds and stuff. It's so interesting. I can't trace my family back beyond like a dirt farm in North Carolina somewhere. I'm sure I'm related to aristocrats, though. At some level,
awesome.
have to be. I have to be. right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. With the talent in your blood, absolutely.
Nick once made fun because he was talking about how
Kettle wrestlers.
someone we know who we will not mention their name was talking about how they were like their ancestors were on the Mayflower.
Oh, yeah, we were not going to mention that.
I'm like, every wasp it goes back to the Mayflower. That's how we all got here. We don't have the colorful. That's I guess a colorful story, but other than that, that's the only one we got.
That's a pretty good story.
Yeah. Are you still a music fan?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay. What do you
Yes.
listen to these days?
Probably the old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, I used to play the violin and piano.
Really?
Oh, okay.
And so, of course, classical music, we have the best orchestra right in our backyard, the Cleveland Orchestra.
Right.
I love a lot of jazz. You know, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker.
Hey, now we're talking.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we had a Miles Davis CD in the car driving over here.
Did you really?
Bob just bought one
Cool.
because we meet at Time Traveler Records, you know. So we just take one car to come here to record the show, and he had just bought one.
Yeah, it was just one I didn't have. I'm a huge Miles fan.
I know.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I wish
Yeah.
I would have been able to see him. Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, she's
And then
great.
on the offbeat, you know, the Dead Milkmen, the Sex Pistols.
Right, the punk stuff. Yeah,
The punk stuff, which I was introduced by Nikki.
Right. And when you were getting into it, a lot of it was more hardcore punks. You know,
I
wasn't
would
it?
say more
You know-
alternative,
Okay,
progressive.
the stuff you were listening to.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because that was something it's come up before on the show, but like when I was playing in the band I was in, Unit 5, the fun music was fun. You know, it was dancey and that kind of stuff. And it wasn't long after that it became much more like headbanging, sort of like mosh pit kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, like Green Day? They did have a mosh
Yeah,
pit.
but I'm even
They
thinking,
had the
I'm thinking-
melody, but
I'm thinking more like bands like Minor Threat and Black Flag,
Dead Kennedys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, bands like that who are good, but it was just so much more aggressive.
Right,
you know?
like Henry Rollins, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He was
exactly.
cool. I mean, he
Right.
would just stand on the stage and he had this big, huge tattoo on his back.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. Finding all this stuff out about you here. Yeah.
But it's funny because like the college rock bands, like you mentioned, like the Replacements or Dead Milkmen, you'd mentioned.
Dead Milkmen, yes.
I mean, those bands were kind of. That was like a great time. I'm not sure that kind of scene exists now. I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
right.
we-
I guess I'm aged out on knowing this, but it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like because there was an approachability to those bands,
Yes.
right? So you kind of felt almost like you were one of them. The band that I always felt that way about, which predates what we're talking about here with that specific scene, is REM. Like,
Oh, yes.
like early on,
Yeah.
like Murmur, that kind of Chronic Town. I always thought I could. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I was like, I could be in a band with these guys. They just seemed like they had the same taste as me, and they seemed down to earth, and and it wasn't long after that things exploded. They became huge and big.
Just
rock
like you
stars.
too, like their old
Exactly.
original.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Yes.
Exactly. And then they just exploded.
Yeah. And, that's great for them. I mean, I'm sure that's what they wanted was fame and wealth, but it does distance you from them. It changes that relationship, which becomes then the common thing of people who almost resent them getting that big, right?
Right.
"Oh,
Or
I
how
liked
about the
them
Rolling
before,"
Stones? Weren't they kind of bluesy before when they first started out?
When they first started,
Yeah,
the Stones
absolutely.
were a blues cover band.
Yes.
Like their first couple albums are all cover songs. And
Great albums.
they are great. Yeah, they were very good at that. But they would not be the Stones if they hadn't started writing their own songs and moved on from there. Tell me about the day-to-day running of Pearl Coffee. Like, are you there early in the morning?
I am, yes.
You're the
And I forgot to tell you, our area is known as Hell's Half Acre.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Tell us about that.
From the 19th century back then, it was invaded by the Welsh, the Scottish, the Irish, and the English. And it was a very rough and tough area.
Wow.
Ran 24/7. There was the iron foundry,
Yeah.
a lot of bars. So if the Germans wanted to step over, they would be beaten up.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
So we created a blend, Hell's Half Acre, which is like a medium dark roast for the Summit County Historical Society
Oh,
for their
okay.
100th year.
Oh,
And it's going on, so a portion of the proceeds go to them.
Oh, okay.
But
Nice.
it hit it off. It's an outstanding cup. People who want a medium dark roast, perfect for them.
Okay.
man, that's something I didn't know.
But and some days it feels like Hell's Half Acre.
So I guess so like a typical day there, like what's that like for you?
I come in, I start preparing the roasts,
What
what deliveries
time?
we're going to make.
Like what time?
It varies. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm there at 7 or maybe right 1 minute before 8 o'clock.
Okay, so
What's cool-
early,
Yeah.
but not ridiculous.
What's cool
Right.
is I went to I had a tour there once, and that roasting machine. It's like, how old is that?
It's from the 50s, but
It looks like it's 1,000,000 years old. You know?
people that they do, because they think, oh no, we raised it from the Titanic, and that's how old it is.
It looks like something that would have been on what's that submarine that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? It looks like it was
does.
part of that. That's how cool it looks.
But all the equipment in it. What's great about how they made things back then, they made things to last, and everything works, which is great. And they're old mechanical; they're not the digital that breaks down within a week. Mm-hmm. So it does a great roast.
Yeah. What are your hours for the public?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Saturdays, 8 to noon.
Oh, okay.
And if you're running a little bit late, just call us. We'll wait for you.
Oh, that's
Because, again,
nice.
we love our customers.
That's beautiful.
They might be rushing in to get some blueberry cobbler or Ray Gave Me Crazy or our...
Oh, that's a cool title.
It is an outstanding flavored coffee. So that's a blend of Jamaican rum, chocolate, Mexican liqueur, and caramel.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Oh, wow. Repeat that again, the name.
I'm sorry, Ray Gave Me Crazy.
All right.
Nick is drooling.
But are you a flavor person?
Sometimes, but that just sounds exciting, like something I'd love to try.
It's good.
Yeah.
And we're famous for Ohio's Chocolate Surprise, which you can only get from the Pearl Coffee Company. Mm-hmm. That's our most popular chocolate flavor.
Okay.
So it's chocolate, hazelnut, and cinnamon.
That sounds like a yummy combo as well.
But not only that, we have chocolate-covered espresso beans. We
that's
have
right.
teas from Ohio Tea Company, which is out of Jackson Township. Mm-hmm. His teas are amazing. Mm-hmm. We have Monin and Da Vinci syrups, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how many different blends you have?
I do, but we have over 60 different flavor coffees.
Wow.
Now, they might not all be ready at once because we like everything fresh.
Sure.
So you could just call us a week
And
ahead
there's
and we
probably
can have it
some
ready.
seasonal
You know what's
things.
really
Yes.
cool,
Yeah.
too, when you come in there, you order, are they 1 pound bags?
Yes.
16 ounces?
Or half pound.
Whatever
round
you
or-
want. But there's also a display there with a different, not single serve, but one, I don't know what you call it, a packet of different.
Different flavors.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That you could shop, get 2 or 3 to try while you're buying what you came for.
Or we have a lot of people like to run in and grab and go. We
That's
have those
right.
ready too.
Yeah, okay.
And we try to keep that very fresh.
I'm just imagining Nick there for several hours sampling every different coffee. Well, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Then he leaves.
We'll call Harvey.
There you go.
Call Harvey.
He'll know.
I might have to give him royalties for his special.
I'm fascinated by the longevity of your business and how, you're still thriving through so many different challenges and changes.
Well, I have a good team also.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you're both welcome to come down and you can see an actual roast. That's the most
We'd love to
exciting
do
thing.
that.
We'll do it for sure. Yeah. I've been by with you actually.
Yeah, but we had to.
Skedaddle.
I stopped in and get something, and
Right,
you had to.
we ran,
you had to
yeah.
be somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
There, you were just one car chase away from somebody catching up with you. So when you get
Come on, Nick, hurry up. Get the car running. In talking about your business and in this, the whole history of it, I guess maybe I've asked this already, but I'll ask in quite sort of a different way. Is the goal really to just keep maintaining the level of business that you're doing now?
No,
where
I would
you
always
are?
like to expand
Right.
more customer base.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, people they've never heard of us. They've lived in Akron
I
their whole
know.
life and they have never heard of us.
Well, this is a common phenomenon of Akron that we have discussed on the show many times, are the incredible
hidden gems.
businesses and art, homes, architecture, history, all kinds of different artistic venues, all these things that have been around for a long time, and people won't have any idea that they exist.
Exactly.
And I mean, these days, it's the classic paradox. We have more access to more information than ever in history.
Yes.
And yet it seems like we don't
know
know
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
You want to know?
Right,
yeah, crap.
And And, so I don't know if this was the case like 40 years ago or as much, maybe. I don't know. I can't say. But I mean, it's amazing to me, and it's kind of galling, really. I mean, here's this absolute fantastic business and with such a rich history.
Treasure.
It's just thriving, Pearl Coffee. And, how and with all the people I know, everyone huge coffee drinkers, and so how are they unaware of it? It amazes me. They probably are even drinking your product and not realizing it. Right?
Probably at the restaurants, yes.
Yeah. Right. Or even buying it at a store and just not really making a connection that there's this great place right there on near downtown. So. For the people who are listening who maybe I've inspired, we'll give the address for Pearl Coffee.
675 South Broadway, just a little bit south of downtown Akron.
Okay, yeah, it is
beautiful downtown Akron.
Yeah, that's right. It's very easy to get there.
And there's information on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
Yeah, definitely follow us, and you can see the different restaurants that support us and has our coffee, so you can support them because that's what we believe in, supporting each other.
Yeah. Right. And that works for everybody.
Yes.
Everybody's benefit. So. Well, this has been Nick. Do you have anything else?
No, just thank you. It's taken a while, but I'm glad we got you in here.
We're very intimidating. Johnna was afraid.
No, I was shaking in my boots.
It was like 60 minutes. We're going to interrogate you. But no, this has been very pleasant. And a true pleasure. Glad to meet you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. So Johnna Economou has been our guest from Pearl Coffee. And thanks so much for listening, everybody. And I'm going to maybe have another cup, and we'll see you next time.
So long.